we are back. And now you want to get down? Okay. If you are coming back to us, returning to us, thank you very much. If this is your first time, hold on to your seats. This is going to be one hell of a ride. Yeah.
Never boring.
Never. Well, hopefully not.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully not. So, I guess we're supposed to say where you can find us. On Ravelry, I am Shorty Pete, and on Instagram, you can find me at All Tangled Up UT for Utah.
I on Ravelry and on Instagram, I am the Dutchman's Wife. And
Yeah, I have no finished objects, but I brought some that coordinate with my whips.
oh,
So if you have finished projects, you can start.
I do. Not success. Well, yeah, I guess successful, but finally
They're done.
they're done.
Get out of
Finally.
here!
But let me tell you what happened. So I got the first one done, and I was like, yeah, that's a little snug, but it's okay. And then I finished.
Well, explain what you mean by snug. Okay.
Okay.
Because I did not. It took me a while to understand what you were saying. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And then it was a little less dramatic once I understood what you meant by snug.
Well, in this case, it wasn't quite long enough.
Yes, originally a year ago.
A year
It
ago,
was
they
too
just didn't
snug
fit anywhere.
this way.
Yes. Yeah. Now, so they were a little bit too short, and I thought, well, it'd be okay. I'll deal with it.
So
And
like in here,
yeah,
this
Yeah.
part. So your toes were kind of like
right.
that in the end. They were like,
Yeah.
Okay.
But I finished it anyway.
Of course. 'Cause-
So then I got the second one done, and it matched the first one, and I tried it on, and of course it was the same too snug.
Get out of here! It was snug again.
So I thought, it'll be okay. And then I realized that I have been knitting on these for so long.
A year.
And I just want them to be done, but not if they're not going to fit.
Yeah.
So I took the first one all the way back, took all the toe out,
You got to point on this side.
all the way back,
There you
took
go.
the toe out, and redid it. And now they're perfect, and they fit, and they're done, and they're blocked, and oh my goodness.
Can we please get a round of applause for Deborah? They're
Yes.
done.
I can move on. I made this hat.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's too small
It's too small for who?
for me.
What, does it fit Ron's head?
If it doesn't fit me, you think it's gonna fit Ron?
I don't know.
No, it's tight. I mean, I don't want to mess my hair.
Yeah, don't put it on there.
It will fit, but it's tight. So I think it's gonna go in my gift basket.
Oh, yeah. Well, Christmas is coming up.
Yeah.
So there
It'll
you
fit
go.
one of my grandsons probably.
Yeah.
So
What yarn is
this is I would show you the label,
Yeah.
but for the yarn, but Stony ate it for lunch.
that? You know what's funny is I had some labels when I was typing up the show notes for last time. Then I had to, and there was total Wyatt teeth marks throughout the entire piece of paper.
Yeah, he gets into my stuff on a daily basis. So that's the Bankhead hat. And here is the pattern. I can't remember if it's a pay for or free pattern on Ravelry.
I'll link it.
Who wrote this pattern?
It doesn't say, huh?
No. Not on this page it doesn't.
Okay. Well, I will, yeah. Ugh.
No, I didn't write it down. The yarn is Painted Sky by from Knitting
Desert
Fever.
Sky?
No, Desert Sky is the fingering weight.
Oh.
Painted Sky is the worsted weight.
Gotcha.
So in that whole thing of making this hat, and I just guess I'm really good at never getting anything right, and I'm doing it. So my husband and I took a little road trip last weekend. I cast that hat on. I knit the whole way in the car. It was probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 hours worth of knitting. It was about this long. And I doubled it. I did the provisional cast on, so the brim is doubled. It was too small. So I had to rip the whole thing out and start over.
And you still made it too small?
And it's still too small. So
I think your projects multiple times
I think
before. Were you following? You were following a pattern,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Did you swatch?
Of course not. Why would I
Why
do that?
swatch?
Why would I?
Just block it.
Yeah.
Did you block it? You can
No,
block the
I
crap out
haven't-
of it.
I
Just
haven't blocked it yet. I guess I can still try that.
try blocking it. Maybe you'll be able to stretch the crap out of it and be able to wear it.
So the lesson learned here is I'm spending so much time taking things out because I don't swatch that I'm going to swatch everything from now on. I don't care what it is.
Good.
Everything. It's just such, you want to start your project. You don't want to sit and mess around with it. And I have to quit doing that because I could have knit 2 hats in the time
True.
it took me to. I could have
Very
done 4
true.
pairs of socks for the time it took.
Easy,
Yeah.
at least 4 pairs
So
of socks.
I'm going to definitely start swatching. So I suggest to you all for our hat knit along, swatch for your hats if you want it for yourself or if you're concerned about it. And if you don't care, then I guess no, just get in there and do it.
Yeah, you could always give it to somebody with a smaller
There you
head.
go. That's what I'm gonna do.
Is that your last finished?
Yes. So I just wanted to talk a little bit more about the knit along, since if that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good time. So we will be starting the hat knit along, and
Or crochet along.
or crochet along. I don't know why. I
Or
always
loom
do that.
along.
Or loom. Just
But
no machine knitting. No.
sorry.
Sorry, guys. So have you opened a thread yet in Ravelry?
No,
Okay.
because I'll tell you about it later. No, but I will.
Okay, so Heather will open a thread. We're gonna start it today. So
Okay, yeah, we'll start it today. But if you started a hat from our last podcast, that qualifies.
You're fine.
You know, if you're like on your DPNs, just finishing off the top of the hat, I don't know if that one should count. But if you started, the project, since we mentioned it the last podcast, those projects will count.
Yes, correct. We're gonna go until Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, we'll close.
Yeah, we'll close on Thanksgiving Day. Just an easy day to remember. And that's about 6-7 weeks, so that should be time enough to even get a couple in. Every hat will be an entry into the drawing for prizes. And
freebies.
Oh, and I was going to, so if you follow On the Round on Instagram, today she did a post of a bunch of different hat patterns that she had bundled together on Ravelry. So I think you could even go in on Ravelry and just put in On the Round, and it would probably take you to her page. But she had some really good ones. So if you don't want to have to spend a lot of time trying to decide and trying to pick something, that's a great place. I wrote most of them down. So.
And this time of the year, there's quite a few other knit alongs or crochet alongs with hats.
That's right.
And so maybe I don't know any off the top of my head, but yeah. So if you enter something in ours, you can always enter it in in another one and get more
prices or more
things.
chances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, my hat. I can talk about my hat.
Yes.
Which is in my Deborah original. I got one of these little clampies for the drawstring. It's really nice. So I will say I did swatch for this.
You're so smart.
So that was several weeks ago. I swatched. I started with what the pattern called for, which was a 5 for ribbing and a 6 for the body.
That seems small. Needles wise.
That's what it said.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So I did the thing. The problem is, I don't remember if I got gauged with that. So this is the pretty yarn. This is my yarn from, I was gonna say Yosemite, Yellowstone, from Yellowstone. And this is it working up. And so I have it on the 5s, which looks really small right now because I have it, kind of pushed down on all the needle. I'm talking about it and it's down here. Excuse me. So anyway, this is how it's working up, which
It's
I really,
pretty. Oh.
really like. And you can see my
Stitch marker.
Stitch marker from...
Now that one I can't answer for you.
It's on the tip of my tongue. I know who it is. I'll put her link in. She makes all these cute little things. So it's my little piece of cheesecake. So this is the hat, and I just cast this on this morning.
How many stitches do you have on there?
84.
I think it's gonna be too small.
Okay, so the problem is that I just happen to have a 5. This needle I got as a freebie in the grand opening of your shop gift basket that I won. It was not planned.
It was not planned.
But I enjoyed it. And I have, of course, 6s because of my interchangeable set. And then I happen to have 6s in DPNs.
Oh, that's good.
So it's perfect. And that's what the pattern called for. So...
Well, just
excuse me.
Throw this out there. The first time I did this, and it was on a size 7. The first time I did it, oh, it fits, you know. But the first time I did it on a size 7 at 80 stitches, it was too small. It has 90 on it now, and I used a 7.
What weight yarn?
Worsted.
Really?
Yeah. So what I would...
I don't like ripping things out like
I know you don't. So what what I would suggest to you...
But I don't have 6s or 7s. I don't have shorties to do it in the round. And I hate magic loop.
I know. I'll look and see what I have. I don't know. I don't think I have any small ones though. But what I would do is, if I were you, it's kind of a pain, but I would run a needle and some thread through that
And try
before
it
you
on
go
my
any
head.
further.
Okay,
Yeah,
I will do that.
I just don't want you to
Well,
be like, do what I do.
so the hat that I was going to, the pattern that I was going to do that in.
Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Oh, I love that. Oh.
It's nice, huh?
But if you swatched and you don't remember, then oh my gosh, I have to make that hat.
Yeah. So it's called the Traveling Cable Hat by Pearl Soho.
Oh, that's so cute.
And there's the hat.
Oh, I love
So it gives you 2 sizes. It gives you, I think they call it a baby and an adult, but maybe it's, maybe it's more like a toddler. But it comes in 2 sizes. It is a free pattern. And, yeah, and it calls for, it's calling for 2 skeins. I didn't look to see how much yardage that was. But it says, yeah, and a 5 and a 6. This alpaca, I looked up the size, and it says worsted Aran.
So an Aran is a little bit...
I know. It said worsted slash.
Awful small needle even for...
Yeah. So, I don't know. So we'll see. But it says ribbing 22 inches equals 3 inches.
22 stitches?
Yes, I'm sorry. 22 stitches equals 3 inches in the ribbed pattern.
Is it I give it another body 30 stitches and 14 rows? Yeah,
So I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to test it. But I had ordered needles for my... What did I order needles for? Oh, for the new shawl, the On the Spice Market by Melanie Burke. And I had ordered, what I thought I had ordered was the Knitter's Pride Royal, or Royale, however they say it. And a few days went by, I didn't get an email, and I'm like, what's going on? Why didn't shipping? So finally I got around to calling them. And I was like, hey, what's the story? And she's like, I don't see an order for you.
Oh no.
So after I thought I had ordered, I had watched a review on all these different Knitter's Pride, and one of the reviews commented that there was this spot where the thread would catch. So I had to order again. So I decided to order the carbons.
Oh, nice.
Okay, this is what I got in the mail. Okay, do you see the problem?
They're the long ones.
That's not the problem.
Oh, what's the
US
problem?
4, which is what I need.
Yeah.
But look at the needle. It's US 6.
Oh my gosh.
This,
What did you? Oh.
Yeah. So
Oh.
it says 4 on the sticker, but the actual needle is a 6. So I was like, are you kidding me?
Oh.
So I have to email, and this is of course now the weekend. So then I email them, and they reached right back out on Monday morning first thing. They said, sorry for the inconvenience. Keep the mistake.
Nice.
We'll send you the new ones.
That's awesome.
I want to say that the people was Webb's, but I will put their information in. So have the
that's
new
nice.
ones on the way. They may be in my mailbox. But then as I started working on this hat, I'm like, well, 6s are the body of this, but it's probably wouldn't
They're
work.
too
huh?
long.
They're too long.
Yeah, you need the short ones.
So one more thing with regards to my hat. This is totally, you know, I had said I wanted to get, because your hat that you had, the Declan hat, you had the fuzzy pom-pom on there. So I wanted a fuzzy pom-pom. And so I thought, you know, as any normal human being, why buy something when I can make it myself?
Right.
Right?
Of course.
Yeah. So,
Yay! Look how cute that is.
okay.
Oh my goodness.
Here.
How cute is that?
Isn't it adorable? It's so stinking cute.
I can't believe you made that pom pom.
I made the pom-pom.
That's awesome.
So, I'm not thrilled with this style. I'm gonna try one more thing as to,
That's cute.
but you know, and you have to buy a 1/4 of a yard.
Oh, so you have more.
I have more fabric.
Oh, good.
Of course, yeah, I have
Good.
more fabric. So I have plenty to practice into.
Oh yes, you do.
To master it. So I'll master it with this because I'm a lunatic. And I had to buy white, fuzzy,
That's pretty. Oh my
and brown. Because I have nothing
That's
to do in
awesome.
my life.
No,
I don't know my own business. I don't have a second side hustle either. Or, you know, just,
Need
yeah.
knitting time.
Yeah.
I like this one.
Isn't that?
That's really pretty.
Yeah. So if once I master it, then I'll whip up some more, and
That'd be awesome.
hopefully I'll have some here maybe one day. And yeah.
Nice.
So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
I just needed to add one more thing to my plate.
You're so creative. See, I would have never thought of making my own pom pom. Never. I would have spent hours looking for the right affordable pom pom.
Yeah.
Or I always do. I do a lot of this. Make the
This is
little
it's like blue mink.
the little.
Oh yeah, I can't do those. You think I can scissor? I groom dogs, yes. I can't scissor. Oh my gosh. That's when my mother made fun of me when I said I was going to be a groomer. She's like, you can't even cut wrapping paper straight. How are you going to cut dog hair straight?
You do a pretty good job.
I've improved over the years. I have improved. All right. So that was one of my whips.
Okay. I actually had another finished project, not a knitting project, but just a finished project that you reminded me of when you brought out your bag.
Yep.
So, to match our bags, I made this little needle keeper
And that's for
DPNs, or you can also use it for your regular needles. That's why it has the 3 snaps. So if you have some corded needles, you just put the needles in here, and then the cord will come out here. And then this is called, you can call it a ball bag. I call it a ball sack, but whatever.
ball sack. I like
My
that.
husband says he gets really offended when I say that. But I just
This
love
is my
balls.
homemade ball sack.
But these are so cool because, especially with Stony, because he's always going after my yarn.
Yeah.
So it just holds one skein of yarn. So it can go into your knitting bag with all your stuff. Then your yarn isn't all over the place. And if you have a cat that loves yarn, it's a good little hiding place
Yeah.
for when you're.
Or like me, which you'll see when I show my shawl, I've been using the fancy bags, trying to minimize the animal hair that
Yeah.
ends up being knitted into my project.
Yeah, that's another good reason for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a whole bunch of bags and things cut out to do. I just need time to. Well, I keep buying more fabric. So my mom always said
Can't
half
keep
of the
up.
fun of doing the project is shopping and buying the stuff to do the project.
Oh, Dakota.
Yeah. And I guess that's apparent in our stash and all those things. So yeah, I've bought a ton of material, fabric, whatever. Yeah. So gotta get busy. Anyway,
Okay.
whips.
Yes, I'm gonna grab her, and then I will.
You want me to start?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So why I was on my little road trip, I did one day I spent doing the hat, and then the second day I started a new boho shawl for a Christmas gift.
Who's it for?
I'm not gonna say for now,
Oh, okay.
just in case. But anyway.
Oh, I gotcha. Because the person who could possibly maybe be
Right.
receiving that could view. Gotcha.
Right. So I have a picture of the pattern. I just love this shawl, and it was so much fun to make. And I've showed it on the podcast before, the shawl I did. But there's a
Oh, the
picture of it.
finished project.
Yeah.
Project.
So I'm not too sad about making another one of those because
You
I
enjoyed
really
it.
liked it. Yeah. So
Cool. Well, I guess I should do my sweater.
yeah.
My summer sweater. So, one thing I had mentioned was that I had done a project to kind of lead into to prepare me for the sweater, because the sweater with all the lace work and everything. So this is the
I love that. So pretty.
what is it? The I don't know how to pronounce it. If it's Adame or Ademe,
I think it's Adame.
Adame.
I think so.
Shawl or cowl, excuse me. And so this yarn, the story with this yarn is I love green. Green's my favorite color. And I bought this yarn all happy and excited because I loved it for my first shawl project, which was going to be the Hitchhiker. And I came into the shop. Deborah always bursts my bubble.
Tell me you do.
I came into the shop and she's like, Heather, it's lovely yarn, but it's worsted weight. And you need fingering or sock weight for the Hitchhiker. And I was so bummed.
You could have done it in that, but it would have been about this freaking small.
So anyway, so this, you can wear it like, it actually can, it's not
so
really
pretty.
pulling very well because I have a sweater on. But you can wear it kind of over your shoulders. You can, wear it down. But this, I'll put it a little closer so you can see. It has this lace pattern in it. And so that was kind of my first project. I was like, okay, if I can do this, I can do the sweater. So my summer sweater, I had 2 sleeves done. And last podcast, I started the back and I said, I think it's going to whip up real easy.
Yeah, I
It's
remember
going to
that.
whip up real quick. Yeah, no. Okay?
Lace takes time. It's pretty though.
I have worked on this a lot. I swear.
You actually have made a lot of progress. It looks
Yeah.
good. It's really pretty.
But it is not whipping up. I didn't take into consideration the fact that, this is a sleeve. So I have like 2.5 sleeves here. every back and forth. But anyway, I took this with me. I had a conference a couple weeks ago. Not last weekend, the weekend before, right?
Yeah, you were gone the same weekend I was.
Yes. And so I was working on it during the conference.
I don't know how
So-
you can do that.
I was just like, gosh, that's it?
I'm so impressed that you can work on that while we're at knit night. At conferences, I would have to be, I mean, I could have a TV on, but yeah.
So,
I'm impressed.
so it's coming along. It's just not coming along as fast as I just thought I was going to sail through it.
I think you've made a lot of progress.
I guess. So anyway, so it's coming along, and yeah. Do you have another one?
I do.
Okay.
I brought it. Oh yeah. This is my I showed this before. I made a little bit of progress though, and oh my gosh, I love knitting on this. This is all I want to do, but unfortunately, it's not all I can do.
See, you've made about as much progress as I did.
I
And
stopped in the
mine's
middle.
just the back.
I stopped in the middle of a row.
That's a no-no. You stopped in the middle of the row.
You know why?
And in pattern.
You know why? Because I was working on it last night and it was getting late. And when I got to this row, I realized I had made a mistake on the row below it.
Oh.
And I didn't want to take it out. So I
Oh my! I
just
can
set
tell
it
you
down.
that pattern is showing up beautiful
Isn't
on
that
camera.
gorgeous? Oh, I just love this. And the yarn was just a happy
Is this from the
coincidence.
top down? Is this the neck?
Yeah, yep. And then it has a shawl collar that will go on it. And you can't really see yet, but the pattern that goes down the front is just barely starting on there. Let's see. It's
Oh, I get it.
Yep.
Because I just pictured the picture of the. I get it. Okay.
so
Because that's the back, and then it comes over, and it has that
yeah.
pattern
Down the side.
down the sides of the cardigan.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep. My plan is to have it done by a retreat, but I don't know. We'll see.
That's only
I don't think that's gonna
Oh,
happen.
our
It's-
retreat is like the 26th.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I have an embarrassing story about myself.
Oh.
Very embarrassing story.
Okay.
So I was talking to Annette.
Yeah.
It might have been when we were at Yellowstone traveling in the motorhome. And we were talking about the retreat. And I, of course, took initiative, found the house that we're renting, and, was to have my little chart out with everybody's name on it as to, will this weekend work, or will that weekend work better, and trying to check. Okay, the most people can attend this weekend. I took off the wrong weekend.
Oh my gosh. you can you fix that?
I did.
Oh,
I fixed it.
okay.
I know. I took off the weekend before. Because that was originally the weekend we had talked about.
Right.
And I had that on my calendar. I had it off. And then, worked out that one person who couldn't come that weekend could come the following weekend, and everybody else could still come that last weekend. So yeah,
I'm
I
glad
didn't
you were
switch
able
it
to
on my
work it
calendar.
out.
And so I had the Saturday of our knitting retreat weekend fully booked.
Oh my gosh.
So I moved, I called everybody, some people moved to the Saturday before, which of course was totally wide open,
Right. That's good.
or the weekend after.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
So anyway, that was my little embarrassing. Okay, so knitting retreat, I don't know. I am not counting on having anything done by
I
then.
probably won't. And I have.
I
one.
I feel like I should maybe start something then, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I also would like to be. I don't think I want to. Now that I think about it, I don't think I want to start anything that weekend because we're all laughing and talking
Mm-hmm.
as the sun goes down, or maybe even before the sun goes down. Beverages start to be consumed. I think I want to be working on something I'm familiar with.
Yeah, like a washcloth or socks for me. But
Well,
I'm not doing socks again.
No,
And I'm not setting any. I'm not going to set any restrictions on myself. Like I'm going to plan to finish this.
Yeah.
Like
last time you said
Yeah.
those pink socks.
Because I didn't move.
I'm gonna finish them
And I didn't.
this weekend.
I'm not gonna move. I don't want to be like that again. That wasn't fun. I'm not putting any
No.
expectations
But
on myself.
originally I was thinking, oh, I should start something then. But I think I want to be familiar. I want to be familiar with what I'm working on.
Yeah.
So also at the conference, there were times when I got made fun of because of my knitting at my conference, but that's okay. They were just thought it was hysterical. So we went to a show. We went and saw Scarlet Pimpernel, I believe, at Hale Theater, which, by the way, if anybody here in Utah, if you have not been to Hale Theater, I have been, this was my third time. The 2 times previous were the old location, which was by the Maverick Center. I think it's still called the Maverick Center, right?
Or the E-Center.
E-Center, that's what it's called now.
E-Center, okay.
Or maybe it's Maverick
They
now.
change them
Anyway,
all the
whatever.
time.
That stadium. Over by there was where the old Hale Theater was. And I had never been to Theater on the Round 3 years ago. And I've been to Broadway. I've been to, high school theater. I've been to, all sorts of stages. Never ever seen a show on the Round. And I was blown away by how they move the set in and off this center stage that's down below. And this year, it was at the brand new Hale Theater. And I literally just had to stand there and shake my head every single time the scene changed. It blew my mind. The floor moving, pulling away, stuff coming out of the floor, things coming down, out. I mean, full on stage and sets. It was unbelievable. So if you ever get the opportunity, I'd never even heard of Scarlet Pimpernel or Peppernel or whatever it's called. No idea what the story was. I don't care what it is. If it's 3 pigs and I don't know. Go see it because it was impressive.
I'll have to put that on my list.
It was impressive. They have Steel Magnolias next year, which I think would be
a
good.
one.
And there was another one that I'm drawing a blank on that was on next year's schedule that I was like, ooh, I want to go see that. But anyway, so I was working on my yoga sock at the concert, or at the theater, excuse me. And what was nice is I could just, even in the dark, because
I'm telling you,
I know
you're ready for socks.
The pattern. So I made some progress. Probably doubled the amount because I was at the ribbing, then I was ribbing it into the body. So I probably doubled the amount of the body that I had on here. So
you're ready for socks.
It's not that. It's something about the heels and the toes that scare me. But I'll get there.
Is it the elf toe that scares you?
Well, that was part of it before. I don't know if we've ever told this story before on here. So Deborah's been pushing me gently for a few years, of course, to knit socks. And I'm just like, ugh. I, of course, had a very bad experience the first time I tried. But then she kept showing me all of her socks. And she's like, but look at how good. And I'm like, I don't like the pointy toe. That just doesn't look comfortable to me. It turns out Deborah has pointy feet. It's not the socks. She was just like, that's my foot. That's the way I'm shaped. And I'm like, feet. So she has elf feet.
The socks actually are rounded.
Yeah, she took the sock off, and the sock is rounded, but it looks like a Christmas tree when it's on her foot. So, yeah, I wasn't interested in having a Christmas tree, but now that I know, and I felt so bad when I found out it was her foot and not the sock, I was just, but we laughed.
I was actually happy because, I just kind of looked at her dumbfounded. I'm like, well, the toe's going to go around the shape of your toe, and that's why that's my toe. So I'm glad, because I really think you're going to love making socks. So we need to move forward with that.
Got a little tear in my eye laughing on that one again. Okay.
So I have resurrected an old project.
Ooh. Dust the cobwebs off.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, my granddaughter came to stay with us.
Which one?
Emma.
Oh, Emma.
Emma. She's the youngest. She's 5, and she's just the cutest thing ever. She loved everything that I knit. I let her try on one of my sweaters. It's too small for me, and she wanted to take it home. And I said, "You can. This is yours, and you can have this. But we need to wait until it fits you, and then you can take it home." She was so cute, though. And I started this for her a couple of years ago.
I think I know what it
Yeah.
is.
I started it a couple of years ago, and I got bored with it. It's crocheted, and I put it away, and it's coming back. So this is the Fatty Lumpkin. I have the pattern. I'll show you the pattern. But this is his hind end.
That's the butt.
That's his butt, and that's as far as I got. But
It's a horse.
it needs to be done. Yes, it's a horse. Yeah, and it needs to be done. And the pattern, the original pattern, is in a sock weight. I didn't know that when I started it, which I'm fine with because I wanted it larger anyway. But it's really cute. Let me show you the picture. This is it. It's so
Oh my gosh,
cute.
look at how cute that thing
So
is.
cute.
She will love it, especially
she will.
now after she was loving your knitting and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. Because
She'll
horses,
lose her mind.
horses are her thing. So I'm really glad that I didn't finish it when she was 3, because it wouldn't have, and now
Probably wouldn't have held up, and now she'll appreciate it
now
much
she's
more.
going to be really happy because she was trying to take everything that I have, and then she wanted me to teach her to knit. I convinced her we needed to wait for a little bit longer, and she's fine. But
Maybe teach her to crochet a chain.
yeah. So,
Wow.
yeah. So I'm gonna try for Christmas. If I don't get it done, because I don't get bored with it. It's just all the cutting and starting new colors. If all else fails, her birthday's in March, so
Yeah.
it'll be then. So yeah. And
Cool.
I think that's all my works in progress. I have some dream knitting. My next thing I'm gonna start.
I have one more whip.
Oh wow!
I have another whip.
I thought you said you didn't have much.
Well, I don't have any finished projects,
Oh.
I said I didn't have any finished projects. So, speaking of Hitchhiker, just to comment, this was my first shawl that I made. And I had this yarn in my freebie basket.
Yeah.
That I got from Deborah from her yarn shop. I had to figure out which is the right way. And this is the Hitchhiker. This is what wore out my number 4 needles, was because of all these eyelets. But it didn't make it the whole way. So then I had to find something that would coordinate. So I got the purple, and the purple. I have yet to wear this thing.
It's pretty.
I have never worn it. I think if I had the purple to begin with, I might have done a different pattern. But anyway,
I think it's really pretty.
I've never
See, that looks really nice.
never worn it. And we have just had a movie start. I don't know if that picked up on camera.
The Walking Dead. He's watching the last episode.
Ugh, see, it's just... It's not my favorite.
You know what?
But it's a shawl, and I made it. And it really, seriously, I was just like, when is this thing going to end? I was over it. And I think I started watching a new podcast, and I'm going to see if I can say it correctly. Espatricot.
Oh.
Espatricot. It is a yarn shop in Montreal.
Oh, wow. I haven't even heard that one.
And ladies, you are wonderful. Your shop is gorgeous. But man, they've got something with just like stockinette and garter. I can't. I think I need cables and change up, and because even this, even though it had the eyelets, I was like, when is it over?
Yeah. I like that kind of knitting.
I guess it just depends.
It does.
Depends on...
And there's times when, something that has something going on, but some stockinette in it, or
something to change it up.
That's kind of like the sweater I'm making, because it just has that cable down the back, but you just have, some that's just...
But it's got, something that... Yeah. Well, and, in that blanket that I made, even though it took me a year and I'll never make another, knit another blanket, it was... Each square was so different that it, it was enjoyable. So anyway, I started my Melanie Berg on the Spice Market. And these are my fancy bags.
I thought you were waiting for the needles.
I couldn't wait.
Okay.
So I started with my 4s that I have.
Oh, okay. I see.
And then when because I haven't gotten to, the ones I have are working fine for the where I'm at. So this is the main color, and then I'm on.
Oh, those are so pretty together. Oh, that's gonna be so pretty.
So the main color section, that gray, is called German Short Rose. And I watched a video, and I think I got it okay. Another one of my fancy bags. And then these are the rest of the colors. So those are all
It's gonna be so pretty.
Oops, wrong side, sorry. All the colors.
Oh.
Couple of things I wanted to ask you about. So I have been trying to carry the yarn up the back, the main color. I'm not thrilled with how it's coming out.
No, you don't want to do that. The only time that you want to carry it up the side, like I'm alternating skeins on my sweater, so every 2 rows, it's going. I'm changing it. You've got way too long of a section here. You want to end it and start over because you can see, you're gonna see it. You're not gonna be happy with it. Yeah, I'm sorry to tell you that.
Okay.
But you know what? What you can do, because I know you don't want to. What I would do is leave yourself a good tail.
Sorry.
Cut it off here, and then just pull it out from there. But yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Okay.
You can It's hard when you're if you
maybe later in the project I'll carry.
Yeah, where you have just 2
where
rows.
Where it's not such a gap.
Yeah, on 2. If it's just 2 rows, then it's fine to carry it. But if it's that far, you don't want to carry it like that.
All right.
But that's an easy fix.
Yeah, I'll rip that out.
Yeah.
So that's it. So that was I just using my 4s for that. So that's my last whip. So I started on the spice and the hat.
You've been busy
since we met last.
That's going to be so pretty and so much fun to work on with those colors. Oh.
I'm very excited about it.
Yeah.
Especially because I'm not thrilled with my other shawl. So I'm excited about it.
Good.
Even if it is on a 4.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, so what were you going to say?
So I am going to start a new project. And what did I do with the yarn? I had it sit
There's
out.
yarn over there.
That's not that one. Oh, I don't know where the yarn went. It's just a vintage DK weight, blue and a white. But I'm going to make these mittens. This pattern is by Skein Deer Knits, and she has a great podcast. She does a lot of this Norwegian knitting, and I think those are so pretty. So that's
They're beautiful.
Yeah, and I want to do a
blue. So the snowflake will be blue. The background will be white.
Yeah. Yep. I want to make a colorwork sweater, and I've done some color work. I did some hats. But it's been a while since I've done anything, so this is going to be my introduction to start, so I can do a sweater, colorwork sweater.
Yeah. Purchases?
Yeah, I do have.
My only purchase was the needles, and since I don't really even have them yet. I mean, you saw the other carbons that I got that were a mistake, but they'll look just like that, but hopefully the right size.
Yeah. So when we were on our road trip, we went straight to a yarn store. That's the first place we went. And my husband picked out this skein of Ella Rae. It's a DK weight for a hat.
And it has green in it.
Yes, this is
my favorite
his
color.
colors are the same as your colors. So we went to a really cute little yarn shop in Grand Junction, Colorado. It's called the Craft Studio and Yarn Shop. And we met with the owner, who's Leslie Adams. And she was just so kind, and it was. I'm gonna hold that still for a second so you can see.
Ooh. Yeah, I was gonna say there. There you go.
Yep, it's all backwards.
Well, to us it is,
yeah.
but when it
When it goes normal, when it
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it was a really cute little shop. She had a really cute. It was downstairs and it was kind of dark where it was, but she had a big open area as you walked into the shop where they were out sitting knitting. Oh, it was a garden.
Oh,
it was
nice.
so pretty. So yeah, and it was great because when we got there, you know, my husband's wonderful about going into yarn shops. He's really good, but I like to take my time and I don't like to feel pressured that he is waiting on me. There was a car show going on right outside the yarn shop, a huge car show.
Perfect.
So it was great. It was great. And we went to the car show and it was fun.
Nice.
It was fun. Yeah.
Nice.
So I got that, and then I just had this isn't a purchase, but this is so cute. I just have to show this. I got this in the mail the other day from Mary. Were you at knitting?
Yeah.
Yeah, when we went to Starbucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got this.
Sat outside.
Mary sent me a thank you for helping her with her knitting. Look at this card.
Oh, how cute is that?
Isn't that adorable? And can you read it? Bad to the bone.
that bad.
And I must have been talking about when we were riding Harleys.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's why she came up with it. But I just thought that was the cutest card. I love it. Thank you, Mary.
That is adorable.
Yep, it's gonna get hung right there.
She drew that, I'm assuming.
No, she purchased it at a yarn shop that she goes to in Minnesota. Yeah, Minnesota.
That's right, because
Yeah.
she lives part-time. She travels back and forth between here and Minnesota.
Yeah. Yeah, she said that she's going to be back here, I think, on the 7th, and she's planning to come to knitting. So,
Good.
thank her in person for that adorable card
Yes.
that's going on the wall. It's so cute.
That's very cute.
Yeah,
That's very cute.
That just made my day when I got that in the mail. I was so excited. It's just cute.
Nice. I was just looking over my stuff. I think dream knitting. That's what you were going to say.
Yeah, that was my
Oh, the mittens. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Shabu mittens. Yeah,
That's your
my
dream knitting.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah, I don't have any. I mean, I have tons of future things planned out, but I think I'm at my limit right now.
I don't think I have a limit.
I really like.
Oh.
I've noticed. I knew I was a monogamous knitter, and that I really preferred. Working on one thing and getting it done.
Mm-hmm.
And so, what did I switch to last night? I was working, I wanted to get one more color on my shawl. So I did that blue.
Mm-hmm.
And of course that's just knit.
Yeah.
There's a little thing in the front, there's a little thing in the back, but you're knitting. And then I went back to my sweater, my lace sweater. Knit. I was like, oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? So I had to tink it.
Yeah, that does happen when you're working on a couple of different things.
So yeah, that was I was just like, I'm really I don't know, but we'll see. I'm going to try to, work on the shawl, work on all three. I got 4 things going right now. That's not like me. I got the yoga sock, I got the shawl, I have the hat, and my summer sweater. So
I have 3 or
I know.
4, I don't
know.
I like to have a few different ones going because it depends on my mood. If I'm really tired and I just can't focus on a pattern, I don't want to be working on anything that's difficult. Mm-hmm. I just want to have something easy. So I always have something really simple and then something a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
So
anyway, just something that I had confirmed for last night. I'm a monogamous.
Yeah, I knew that.
Monogamous knitter.
Definitely.
So, All right.
Yep.
Well, thank you. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And yeah. Anything else?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Nothing else.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.